Today we're going to talk about Tefillin Rashi and Tefillin Rabienu Tam. No matter what you do, that's a problem, and I'll explain. Siman Lamed Hey, the two brings like this. There's machlokes below between Rashi and Rabienu Tam, the arrangements of the parshias inside the Tefillin. So it says like this: B'dover zeh, that's lashon of the Tur. B'dover zeh nofal machlokes ben hagoinim. Yesh moem soverim kedivrei Rashi, that the proper way to put Tefillin is like Rashi's order. Yesh moem kedivrei Rabienu Tam, the proper order to put the parshias inside the Tefillin like Rabienu Tam. V'chosav adoni ovizal. The fish nichluko b'goyin oilam. The Rosh right, since there's a big machlok b'goyin oilam, but Tefillin shel elu psulim le'elu. According to Rashi, if you put Tefillin of Rabienu Tam, it's possible, you're not yetzer with the mitzvah. According to Rabienu Tam, if you put Tefillin the Rashi, it's possible, you're not yetzer with the mitzvah. The Tan ichlif parshaseh pirush nosan shel bai zeh bezeh psulim. Yeah. Then it's like Omru Chachamim Masakas Eru and Mokim Shberesh Laniach Shtet Tefillin V'chen Bezraya. There's a place over there, obviously not such a big thing like we have, smaller tefillin. You could put two tefillin on the head. Lochen Yirei Shamayim, that's the lotion of the Rosh. Lochen Yirei Shamayim Yetzei de Shneyem V'yasa Shnei Zuge Tefillin V'yaniach Shneyem. Like many Sfardim do, they have small tefillin, they put two together. V'yichaven Ba'anachosam whatever is the right opinion, what the Rashi right, the Rabienu Tam right, so says I'm doing the mitzvah according to the right opinion. Yeah. What happened? The others prepare I'm putting on my head. I'm yotzer with one tefillin, the other one's like Ritzuas Ba'alma. Memele ve'enka mishum Bal Toisef. The lo mikra Bal Toisef v'lakshosech chomesh batim. When you do 5 batim inside the tefillin, then with Bal Toisef. Putting 2 pairs of tefillin, that's not called Bal Toisef. Okay, just bekitzur, I'm going to say, according to the Bach, and that's how the Lamaisa Halacha many quote the opinion of the Bach, the Chod has nothing to do with, because it's 2 separate pairs or inside one batim 5 tefillin. He says it depends if you do you think the mitzvah is to make 5 batim, not 4, you're moisev ala mitzvah. You're doing the wrong way, the mitzvah. Over here, since you're putting it because you're not sure which opinion is right, it's not Bal Toisef. So Memele, it's the part over here that you think I'm doing the mitzvah according to the word, whoever is the right opinion. Memele, it's not called Bal Toisef. Anyway, so that's what they bring over here. In the Halacha, the Shulchan Aruch, he brings like this. Yirei Shamayim Yetzei de Shneyem V'yasa Shnei Zugas Tefillin. He mentioned what we just said from the Torah. I'm going to skip what this says. It's like this. Then it's like this. Some people don't know the art also to put 2 tefillin at the same time, or they don't know the right place where it belongs. The Yesh Mokim Beresh L'Shnei Tefillin. It says Yaniach K'divrei Echad Shel Yad V'Shel Rosh. Then he says you put 1 tefillin, then v'yisalkem, then you take it off. Then you put the second pair of tefillin, the Rabienu Tam, al smach the first bracha. Yeah. So it says Yinich Shel Rashi. So you recommend put Shel Rashi because that's the main opinion, is according to Rashi. It says v'yivorach v'yil b'shas kishmer b'tefillah v'achar tefillah yech shel Rabienu Tam b'loy brochem v'yikom shma v'yom shomoy. That's 2 parshas. This is explained the Besesu over there on the tour that it shouldn't be it's sheker. So the mele you're saying that with the tefillin the 2 parshas are yotzer. Okay. Then he says the next halacha. He says lo ya'aseh kendel mishum muchzak u'mefursam b'chasidus. Meaning an average person should not do it because it's Yohara only mefursam. So that's what's the problem now. Not to do it, you want to be yotzer with the sukkah. Maybe you're not yotzer with the tefillin. Furthermore, could be karkata de lo manach tefillin. Somebody never put Rabienu Tam in his life. According to Rabienu Tam, you never put tefillin. It's a horrible thing. Cholapochas, once a lifetime you should have put that tefillin. So, okay, so fine. You come. So it's good to put both. But then he says it's Yohara, but like elamishi muchzak b'farad b'chasidus. So what you should do, no matter what you do, it's a problem. You don't want to have Yohara when you do things. So like this. The Shara Tshuva brings over here. He says, "Ayin ba'aret Birka Yosef, kosav shubam koim moisenu. Roiv toivsa Torah miktzaz ba'lebatim manichim darabbanu tam gamkim." So in our places, that's what the rights the Ba'aretim and the Birka Yosef, the Chidov. He says in our place it says in most Balatorah and Balabatim they put Rabbeinu Tam v'lo mechzek yohara. It's not Yohara. When it's come to Shmusharav, there's two more tefillin, Shmusharav, Raivad, that's become Yohara. Rashi and Rabbeinu Tam says it's not Yohara. That's one opinion, it's not Yohara. Then also, so according to this Sharet Tshuva, L'choira Mashma, if you want to be Yotze with both opinion, otherwise, according to one of them, you're not Yotze if you don't put both. So L'choira, it's not Yohara if you do. Now also, the Aruch HaShulchan, he brings from the Sefer Migdal Ois, from the Yaivet, it says like this, Umatzosi L'chach Melunil, Sheshalu Ve'eshivum Va'yodei Asoid, that's the lotion of the Migdal Ois, Yaskil Shesh L'cholades, Shoyresh Ve'onof, Ve'elu Ve'el Elikim Chaim. It's Pashut Al-Pin Igla, Mashma, the Choylek, and either you right or you right. He says, no, the both right. The both have a Shoyresh and have and like the Rebbe brings from his grandfather, the Baal Shara Koilel, he says that Tefillin the Rashi is Keneged Bino. There's a Chochmo Bino, Keneged Bino, the Moichin the Bino, and Tefillin the Rabbeinu Tam Moichin the Chochmo. So that's Masaken, different in Yonim. The both, there's a place for both opinions, because people ask, but don't we know what the Messiah from Moshe Rabbeinu, what kind of arrangement and tefillin was? And the Pshat they say, I think the Minchas Loz are saying that. That's the Pshat is they had both. So the Shaila was here. So Lamai said, Mitzad Ikar definitely they bring from the Mordechai. He writes the Lashon of the Kosva Achronim, meaning who's the Achronim of the time of Mordechai? He brings that the Rambam, the Ramban, the Rashba, the old Maskim, that the main opinion is Rashi. So that's somebody wants to go domain of that. But to be choishesh to both opinions, at least somebody should do for once Rabbeinu Tam without the bracha, obviously, to be not be kakavle the lamanach tefillin. Also, there's another thing I want to say. Why today maybe it's more chiyuv than ever before? Because it's like this. The lashon of the Mishnah Berurah says what the Shulchan Aruch says. Somebody only that's famous by Chassidus says shekeman shoelim noagim karashi nira kiyuharo mishechoshesh lachmer alatzon bezeh imen amugzak shemachmer alatzon gam b'shar devorim. So today, we're in such an era, people are super machmirim. In some things, I spoke about many shiurim, some of the chumras, mamash, stupid chumras, there's no makor in any rishonim v'achron, they made up chumras, they made up kashrus and things that doesn't need kashrus. So if you are machmir anyway, you mufursom in your chumras, this chumra has a big makor, because according to Rabbeinu Tam, you're not yotze, according to Rabbeinu Tam, you're not many goyim paskin like Rabbeinu Tam, you're not yotze with tefillin of the Rashi. So this is not Tama chumra. According to this, they said like this, unless if you mach with b'shar dvorim, especially like I said, some of the chumras have poshet no makor. It's tam baba ma'aseh. You mach with Rabbi, why should you mach something that has a makor? Also, the Rebbe brings like this. I want to say like this: the inyan of what we say over here, Yoharo, it's mainly shaykh when you put it together. Because when you put it zachar zeh, you could, if you mamash afraid of Yohara, but you really Yereshama, you want to be Yotze according to Rabbeinu Tam, according to Tefillin, so go home, put Rabbeinu Tam, nobody's going to see you. It's no Yohara anymore. What's Yohara? Go home, put Rabbeinu Tam. It's not this. Ian we spoke about the previous shiur to connect the brachas of Rashi should be moitzi Rabbeinu Tam. Don't make a hefsek, okay? The some used to put the Rabbeinu Tam b'tam b'shas mincha. I mentioned from Moshe Feinstein, he put the Rabbeinu Tam b'shas mincha. Many others. So So lichoire, when you put it zeh achar zeh, probably it's also less. But Baal Tosef also is a less problem, because the Baal Tosef shach, when you put two together, you put zeh achar zeh. Many tzaddikim do by the lulav and esrog also. They make one bracha lulav and then they take many different lulav and different esrogim. It's not Baal Tosef because it's not bavas achar. It's like somebody putting tefillin 5 times a day. It's not Baal Tosef. So now then he said like this. He brings from the Kamarna, that today the Rebbe brings that the Tefillin the Rabbeinu Tam mitzad adin. From the Kamarna brings that shemeaz, that's the losh of the Kamarna. Shemeaz shenizgalo shiva asayim morana Arizal v'tziva laniach shneim. The Arizal says you should put both. Like I said, it's not mitzad a suffix. over here, mitzad the dinner the nigla, you have to have in mind one is Retzuas Balma. According to Harizal, no, it's not Retzuas Balma. It has an Indian to put both. It says Poshto Robachol Botel Dina Yisrael Chayav Gomen Adon Nechshem. It's a stark lotion. It says Chayav on Nechshem. Even though again many Paskan the many is Rashi, but there is again a place to put. Now one more Nakuda I want to bring. He brings to the Bayer Heta Vayishonim, Vayakosta, the Misha Enaman Yechtin da Benutamu Karkafta de Lamanach Tefillin. I mentioned this before, that's on Bayer Heta. Now, say it like this. Especially there's the Indian of, there's an Indian besides, according to our reason, it's an Indian, it's not like two opinions, it's one right, one wrong. There's a place for both of them. He says, especially that the whole Indian of Tefillin, the Pa'ula in the Guf, we're doing the mitzvahs Hashem with all the mitzvahs, but Tefillin especially is a special Indian of Moyach Sholit al Alev, the Shabbat al Alev Moyach la Hashem. So he says when we do both Tefillin, that Indian is a lot stronger to be Shabbat Alev Moyach la Hashem with both. That's what the effect of Tefillin, the Arba part within. It has some segula that does the Indian Shel Shabbat Alev Moyach, and also it has one more Indian. Says since especially in that time, our time, that we need the Indian of what the Gemara says, it brings fear on the Goyim. It says, when we do both Tefillin, let's bring a greater fear on the Goyim. Okay.